You admired her from afar. Your senpai. Your soulmate. She had to be, right? No one else would be as kind. No one else had been backwards for you. How kind she was, like the gentle river carrying a baby, fish back to its mother. Sitting in class, you stared out of the window to not draw attention as you stole glances at her. She was beautiful, yet the awkward stares weren't worth it until you heard her speak. Speaking to another. Glancing over, a tall, groomed, wonderfully dressed upperclassman stood next to her. They spoke and she giggled, placing a hand over her mouth as she gently spoke back, glancing away as she was flustered. Flustered? That's absurd. Who was he, you thought? There was more to find out. You listened to this conversation. Stop! You're gonna make me flustered. More flustered than I already am. Oh, shush. Oh, a question? What's up? A date? Really? At the nearby cafe? Are you sure? I don't believe I'm dressed enough. After school, right? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Oh, okay. You stopped listening as soon as she said the time. Around 6 p.m. You couldn't let this go on. This wasn't okay. It had to stop now. You opened your journal quickly, brainstorming things you could do. In your head, you pictured her softly kissing him. His face blacked out and covered in blood and scratches. Then, you got an idea that terrified even you. Oh. It was risky, but it was for the best. You couldn't afford her falling into the wrong hands. I can't wait. As she smiled, you were disgusted and knew she had no idea what she was getting into. However, you intended on making her life better for her. You were going to make her smile at any cost. It was time to carry out the plan. You went to find the upperclassman who invited your love to dinner. You pleaded with him to help you with your homework. He sighed and agreed. It was after school and hardly anyone was there. He agreed to help you with your basic homework, basic equations, but he had to go somewhere, urgently. You quickly wrapped it up. He came in for a hug. You pulled out your knife and gently stabbed him in his stomach, holding him up like a baby, whispering into his ear, "Come on, you can walk, especially if you want to live, darling boy." You helped him into the back of your car, which he sat with no resistance, only asking why. You took the wrong one, you replied, telling him if he moved, it was over. A while later, there you sat at the cafe, in similar clothes, a hoodie over your head. There she was looking for him, and she came to you. Standing in front of you, there she was, your love, the girl of your dreams. Hey, is that you, senpai? You looked up at her. Oh, you're not... Oh, did something happen to senpai? Oh, he's just running late. That's understandable. I was worried for a second. You looked at your phone as if to check a text message from him. Something the matter? he wants to meet me at your house? You showed her the text. Well, that is his number. Okay. Do you have a car? I walked here, so I wanted to ask. Great. I really appreciate you. Let's go. Do I need to pay for your food, by the way? No. I mean, I just wanted to ask you, since you're taking me, to do a kind gesture for you, you know? It's really kind of you, and I appreciate you so much. She followed you into your car. You drove home with very little talk as she looked nervous and flustered. You asked her if she was okay. Yeah, just nervous. I've never really been on a date before. Well, he's... Anyway, thank you for the ride. You didn't talk the entire way to your house, and when you finally got there, you turned off the car. Explained to her further that he was such a gentleman that he was kind enough to help you with your homework. Wow, he... Really? Wow, he's so kind. You opened the door for her. She stepped out of the car. You invited her inside the house. She nodded her head. Thank you. She was so kind, so lovely, and just everything you wanted. You opened the front door with your keys. As she waited shyly behind you, you smiled. When that door opened, you heard a small gasp as she entered. Wow, this is your place? This is amazing. You were flustered as she complimented you. As she complimented a piece of you before she asked, "Where's Senpai?" Your heart sank once more. You told her Senpai was in the bathroom, most likely getting ready for her. As you allowed him to take your car, you told her. That's so nice of you. Well, I hardly know you, but it feels like I know so much about you just being in your house. You asked her if she would like some tea, as you were a tea enthusiast. She nodded, agreeing, and you went into the kitchen. You finished the tea and took it to your love on a plate. The smell was as heavenly as her, you thought, but only as poisonous as Senpai's love for her. Thank you so much. It smells so wonderful. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. You smiled. She took a sip, and you smiled. This is amazing. I'm feeling weird. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting sleepy. So tired. What did you... What did you do? Senpai... She passed out. Moments later, there you were, sharpening your knife, smiling. Chains rattled. Your heartbeat quickened. Where am I? What's going on? Senpai! Where are you? Senpai! You... Where... You brought me here. The tea was you. Where is he? Where did you take me? Hey! Listen to me! I'm talking to you! You turned around with the knife. Huh? You spoke to her in a condescending way, letting her know Senpai was okay. Just going through some mind-breaking torture to be broken down to be his mind slave. That was all. just to break his spirit for even thinking about being with someone as beautiful as her. What? Why torture him? Please torture me instead. Please, he doesn't deserve this. Kill me if you have to. Just please. Spare him. You smiled and laughed at her. You knew you were going to have a grand time breaking this one, yet you didn't want to break her spirit, as her spirit was as kind as a baby. You loved her. You loved her, you loved her, you loved her. And she was all you wanted, and now you had her. You spoke nothing else. Kept her locked in the cage. And this was the final time you'd speak to her before her next meal.